Hello, hello. So, today I am going to talk about well-being. Surprise, surprise. No, so I wanted to talk about, well, I say I wanted to. When I'm getting these as intuition, I feel a pull to talk about a certain topic. So when I say I wanted to, I feel the impulse and it feels great, but I don't know where it comes from, Anyway, enough about that. So, in quotes, talk about well-being and how to know when you're in good well-being or not in good well-being. So, bear with me because this video is going to be a lot more intuitive. I have a lot, obviously, I could talk about in this topic from years and years of experience, professionally and personally, but I need to try and intuit this to see what direction I actually need to go in to talk about. So there will be pauses, and actually that leads me on to how you know whether you're in good or bad, in quotes, well-being, is to pause. We can't be aware if we don't reflect. I'm going to say that again. We can't be aware if we don't reflect. And how do we reflect? We have to pause. Pausing is reflection. Reflection is awareness. So in this day and age, and depending on what kind of cultural society that you live in, it is very easy to be just go, 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 We've got to do this, we've got to do that. To-do list as long as your arm, all of this. And when we're in go, go, go mode, we're not tuning in. We're not tuning into ourselves. And if we're not tuning in, then we don't know whether we are actually fulfilling our body's needs. Yes, okay, you might feed yourself, you might water yourself, but we have so many more needs than that. Different categories of stuff. We've got play, nurturance, social needs, just, there's multiple categories. If we're in go, 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 how do we know we're fulfilling them? So we have to pause to be able to tune in. We have to slow down. And that's where a lot of people trip up, in my experience, because when we have that really long to-do list, as long as an elephant's trunk, we don't want to slow down because there's this, I need to get it done, which also can kind of activate our anxiety, which activates our nervous system. Anyway, won't go into all of that. We end up in fight or flight. So slowing down can be really difficult for a lot of people because, and I've been there before as well, many a time, myself included, when we have the idea of slowing down, we feel like, no, we can't do that. No, I can't do that because I need to get things done. So we feel like by slowing down, we will then be on the back foot. Like, oh, I could have used that time to do X, Y, and Z. But is the to-do list the height of your well-being? Let me ask a different question. By completing the to-do list, does that mean you are well? Because if I ask myself that question, the answer is definitely a no. Just by getting the to-do list done Doesn't mean I've looked after myself. Doesn't mean I've necessarily looked after my family by doing this to-do list. No. It's just the thing that our brain does. And especially if we are then feeling the emotions of, anxiety, that stress, that dread, that overwhelm, it does cloud your judgment because you're living in that mode. So then it does feel quite unachievable to slow down. But that's what we have to do. To be able to check in with ourselves, to actually see what we need. Because it might just be a slow down of 10 minutes, and it's kind of consciously talking yourself through. And I have to do this to be like, it's only 10 minutes. It's okay. You give yourself permission. It's okay. It's only 10 minutes. I can breathe for 10 minutes. So, to sum up, what I'm trying to say is the art to wellness is to slow down so that we can pause, we can reflect, and we can become aware. And then in that awareness, we can then take action to fulfilling our needs, whatever they may be. We have to have that awareness to know what our needs are. Otherwise, we're never going to know. You're just making it up. You're just making it up. You're just guessing. And I know I've been there. Oh, I think I should do this. But how do you know? You don't know. You're just guessing. Because you haven't slowed down to check in. I'm just going to pause to see if I need to intuit something else. Something strong came up about wellness is permission. What does that mean? Wellness is permission. Giving yourself permission. Permission. We have to give ourselves permission to be well. I'm just going to pause again while I try and figure this out. Wellness is permission. No, I'm not getting anything. Maybe that's just what I needed to end on. Wellness is permission. Permission is wellness. No, that doesn't feel right. Wellness is permission. I'm just going to end it there. If something comes up when I finish this video, I will do another one. But otherwise, I will leave you with that. Wellness is permission. Maybe that's just what you needed to hear today.